Shalom, all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. And that's all praises to the Heavenly Father through the name of the only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly calls God and Jesus. Double honors to the apostles and the elders, the great millstone, for teaching us the 100% truth according to the Bible, and who rule well. Shalom to all you Akim, you Akwath, those of the hopeful elect that are seeking for salvation. The title of the lesson is called We Got Our Identity Back and Esau is Mad. And I have Jeremiah 17:4. It says, And thou even thyself shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not. For ye have kindled a fire in mine anger, which shall burn forever. Because we were being disobedient and rebellious, the Israelites, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Hispanics, and Native Americans, the Lord discontinued us from our nationality. So for a long time, we didn't know who we were. We didn't have our identity, which is why we were calling ourselves these bywords that our slave master gave us: African, African American, Latino, Hispanic, Mexican, Puerto Rican, Black, Indian, West Indian. All of these are bywords. We are the Israelites. Yasha Allah, Prince of Power. And the Lord did exactly what he said he would do. Okay, and for a long time, we were lost, not knowing who we were. Let me bring out this definition of identity. It says the fact of being who or what a person or thing is. Okay, identification, name, placing. We didn't know our place, who we were. Okay, put in a particular position. Okay, we are above these other nations. It tells you that in Deuteronomy 7 chapter, verse 6. It says a close similarity or affinity, sameness, oneness. Our identity being revealed tells us who we are, who we identify with, who we are similar to, okay, who we are related to, and that is the Heavenly Father and only begotten Son. Okay, it tells you in Revelation, the first chapter, when John the Revelator received the revealing, one of the things he received a revelation of is the identity of Yahweh Shai. Okay. And that identity matches up to how we look, as a people for the most part, that natural, identity that the Israelites have. Woolly hair, brown skin, dark skin for some. All right. And so us knowing our nationality opens up a Pandora box of a lot of other things. When you read Ezekiel 3:17, or it's like at 37, okay, and I believe verse 15. So Ezekiel 37:15 says, The word of the Lord came again unto me, saying, this is Ezekiel here, Moreover, thou son of man, take thee one stick and write upon it for Judah, which represents the southern tribes, Judah, Benjamin, Levi, the so-called Negro, West Indians, and Haitians. And for the children of Israel, his companions, then take another stick and write upon it for Joseph, and that's the northern tribes, the so-called Latino, Hispanics, and the so-called Native Americans, the stick of Ephraim, and for all the house of Israel, his companions. Verse 17, and join them one to another and to one stick, and they shall become one in thine hand. That is why we have the plank on the highways and byways. It's an illustration and a list of our identity. All right. To prove that this word stick goes back to plank. See, this is some bullshit right here. Okay, let me turn this off and see what happens. Requires internet connection. What? Some bullshit, man. Salakia. has some technical difficulties with his Blue Letter Bible. All of a sudden, he needs to connect to the internet to look up words. But nevertheless, when you go to Ezekiel, the 37th chapter, verse 17, as we just read, when you go into the word stick, the word stick, all right, goes back to plank. Okay, that's why you see the men on the highways and byways with the plank and the 12 tribes on one plank listed, all 12 tribes. And with the tribes, each name has the byword that our people are accustomed to on one side, and then the true tribe's name, okay, because each tribe has a name, okay, to the right of that byword that, we're accustomed to, hearing in this society. Okay, so we are getting our identity back. And so when our people see this plank, they inquire about it. When you look up this word plank, it says a long, thin, flat piece or timber used especially in building. Okay, the house of Israel is being built back up, which starts with the foundation. Number 2, for the definition of plank, says a fundamental point of a political or of the program. But the main point is a fundamental point. All right, this is a fundamental point of the knowledge. When you first come into the truth, the first thing we need to know is what? Our identity. Okay, and then everything else opens up from there. But when you read Ezekiel 37:18, it says, and when the children of thy people shall speak unto thee, saying, will thou not show us what thou meanest by these? So they see that plank and they question and inquire about that plank. We've all experienced that being on the highways and byways. What is this about? Could you explain to me this plank and what you guys are preaching about? And that's the beginning, the foundational point. And from there, our people get more knowledge. We find out who we should be worshiping. We find out our history, who our forefathers are, the things that are about to happen, etc. But us finding out our nationality, it's the foundational point that we learn and build from. Okay, and this is what got Esau mad. He's pissed off. I'm going to get Revelation 12:12. But when you read St. John 8:32, I want to bring this out first. Matter of fact, I'll start at verse 31. It says, then said Yahushua to those Jews which believed on him, if ye continue in my word, then are ye my disciples indeed. So the believers of the nation of Israel, the elect, the chosen out of the nation of Israel, who will be saved, have the gift of faith. So the elect is going to see that sign. They're going to inquire about it. They're going to take heed and hearken and continue in the faith. Okay. Thus the disciples, the followers of Yahushua Mashiach. Verse 32, this is the point. And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. One of the reasons why Esau knows his time is short, why he's angry, because his great awakening is happening and he's offended by it. He didn't want us to know who we are, because us knowing who we are is a detriment, is a threat to his society. We built this kingdom up, okay? And, in the meantime, Esau was continuing to beat us down, keep us down, tell us lies of who we are, take out certain scriptures and books in the Bible, which is why the Apocrypha was taken out, okay, for a long time by the Bible Destruction Group, okay, because the history also tells who those mystery Gentiles are. Those are Israelites that Apostle Paul was preaching to in that region. So this is what is setting us free, this truth. And Esau wants us to continue to be under the bondage of lies. So this devil is pissed the hell off. Okay. And this great awakening is taken off to a whole nother level. This is why when you have these celebrity jakes, which we all know is set up, But when they come out and say things like, we're the real Jews and we're the chosen people, we come to see the Shem, they get offended by that. We can call ourselves any other byword, any byword, that they put on us, but don't call yourselves who you really are, because this devil would get offended, right? But you can't stop what the Lord has laid out and ordained for this place. Okay. Revelation 12:12 says, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil, meaning false accuser, okay, and this is starting with the elites, the Oppenheimers, the Rothschilds, the Bloombergs, any other elite family member who knows that they are the Edomites. They spent trillions of dollars trying to hide the truth from us. Okay. It says, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, meaning extremely angry, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. And one of the ways he knows he has a short time is because the great awakening is happening. Okay. And we're standing upon our feet in great boldness. You can't reverse that. So now his next plan, his efforts, which he's been planning this for a long time, is to bring in his new world order to try to control the population, everyone on earth, because he thinks he is the Most High. Okay. He's still prideful and thinks that he can offset prophecies. Okay. But he knows his time is short, because his great awakening is unstoppable. And plus he's seeing the chariot sightings, the so-called UFOs with the angels of the Lord who look like us. He blasphemed the host of heaven, the name, children of Israel, but you can't stop the truth from coming out. Isaiah, let me see. Bear with me, please. Isaiah 10:20 says, and it shall come to pass that the remnant of Israel, that elect, that chosen out of the nation of Israel, and such as are escaped of the house of Jacob, shall no more again stay upon him that smote them, but shall stay upon the Lord, the Holy One of Israel, in truth. In truth, the truth shall make you free. So the identity that was received by the believers of the nation of Israel, that remnant, we call ourselves the hopeful elect, now understand what everything that's going on, have the truth. And so we know who our enemies are. We know where our master's crib is. Okay. Just like the ox and the ass. Okay. We know our purpose, who we should be serving. And so we have removed ourselves from this world. Okay. Yeah. We're here physically in the flesh. We got to use the world, but we know who we put our trust in. And we know we're not putting our trust in our oppressor, the same one who lied to us and told us that we were black and we were Latino and we were Hispanic and all these different bywords. This devil is pissed off and angry, but there's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing you can do about it. The Lord has beautifully laid this thing out. So we're coming into a time where he's going to fight tooth and nail and come against those that fear the Lord. But fear not, because the Lord is going to raise up that standard. So I just want to do a lesson going into our identity. How beautiful is the Lord is waking us up, and this devil is mad. So be ready for more of these different persecutions.